quickly, and Frenzy looks for the cross, but he's cut down, cut straight on through. And that is another off angle coming through from TJB. 5 eliminations now towards the top, and it looks like Alpha 7's challengers are going to be them. They've been just circling them for a while.
Great teamwork right there from TJB. Not to mention that looked like to be an offensive smoke from Flower. We're going to make all those players on that edge have to just run blindly on in. They were able to take them out and clear that side completely. Now, all they got to worry about is what's right in front of them, and that is Alpha 7. How are they going to approach this fight? That's the big question. Now they took out Alliance, so this area is completely clean. It's one big fight, and I guarantee you, Alpha 7 and TJB, whoever wins this one should win this match.
Alpha 7 need to figure out how they're going to leave their buildings now. If they allow TJB to control the outside terrain, this game is over for them. But they have started to move down this hillside. This valley that sits in the middle is such a fight catalyst for these next few moments, and it's what's keeping TJB at bay. It's what's stopping Alpha 7 from fully flexing out, as well as DRX and 4MV's last remnants on the other side.
Yeah, Alpha 7 has to make a decision, right? Do we just stay and try to get these points that are pretty easy right now against DRX, or do we just try to turn around and take out TJB? Because if they decide to get into that fight a little too early with TJB, oh, and it's going to happen. This zone lands right here. These are definitely going to be your winners, folks.
4MV out. DRX trapped behind a rock. It's all waiting for it, but GK first goes down. DRX able to keep suppression going. Alpha 7 yet to really fully leave. I mean, they pushed 2 players down to the tree. There's the first knock to DRX. Nade starting to come up from Alpha 7, and 2 players from TJB down now. There's DRX finally falling, but Alpha 7 need to capitalize on the disarray as it stands. A super low HP player at the back. They can't let this heal go through, and now with 1 player remaining, Alpha 7 look to move across the hillside, but Flower is going to stay alive for just a moment longer. First knock over to Revo behind the tree. It's not going to happen. TJB fall, and Alpha 7 claim the first. The chicken dinner over on Sandhawk will be theirs. They stood in that compound. They allowed no one any quarter. And
they're the most central, and honestly, they have the best chance of this game, considering that there are so many fights going on, unless a little IHC is able to get that knock. Team Liquid finally go down. This is stage 9, folks. The zone's about to go into nothing. A little IHC needs to start throwing those smokes out. That's exactly what they're doing here, because they need to find a way to be able to get into a fair fight with TJB.
That pickup onto the Team Liquid player out in the west is huge. It allows them a clean flank on their position to be able to push up towards TJB. The smokes on the door frame push TJB out the back and into the sightlines of IWNRX. They need this fight now. IWNRX going to crunch on in as well. Let's see where Alolex IHC go. And Devo straight into the mouth of the fight. Around to the outside of the warehouse now. They've got it surrounded.
That was the definition of offensive smokes. And now we're going to watch Alula IHC starting to press onto IWNRX. They're stuck in the water. There's nothing they can do. The only team that can stop them is TJB, but they're on the back foot as well. That nade could be good, though. Oh, just short of the rock.
Not going to quite make it. Paragym for DxXavier as well. Could potentially have a say in this fight if he's able to find something. Swain goes down, and with it, IWNRX. They fall out of this one, so it is only now Paragym in the water. Alex goes down. Demo as well, moving in to look for the backup here. TJB holds strong for the time being. And Alolex IHC don't know that Paragym's there.
Oh, so smart of them, though. They're just going to get that reset. Ah, they caught him, so now there's no worries. They're just going to go for a quick reset here. Oh, that vehicle, if it would have gone a little further, would have knocked them. Nice shots there from Flower. TJB are putting in work. Only 2 more.
One player now stands. It's just Zyo. Flower behind the vehicle, trying to step out wide. Zyo behind is on the shoreline. He's closer to the edge, and it's a 1 versus 1. Zyo needs to hold his nerve with a PP Bison. Trying to play off against Longs now for TJB. A nade in hand. It's cooking. Goes Long, steps back in. No damage done. Zyo breaks wide. Doesn't have as much HP as Longs, and he takes it. TJB with a 2 versus 4 hold. Out of nowhere.
Are you kidding me? I mean, it looked like Alula IHC were unstoppable, but TJB said, nah, not today. Some critical. This zone is closing. You can see the smoke start to ring out. Talon is trying to prepare their defenses for this onslaught that's about to come their way.
I love this. The smoke's being pushed right up to Talon, forcing them to go for really wide peaks if they want to step out and challenge, because they need to. Linux trying to get those nades up on this high ground. This could be the most important position. But is he exposed to DRX here? A nade over the top. The cook is there. It's right on top of Mafioso, but for some reason, looks like there was some terrain cover there.
He's got one more nade. One more nade, he has to throw it. Actually, he should be throwing smokes on that ridgeline. Throw some offensive smokes, cut off the sight lines from Alpha 7, make them have to push through the smoke blind.
Nade in.
But you have to be able to place it just perfectly on the edge. Linux gets that last nade thrown, and it does hit one of the monster players of Alpha 7, being their IGL, Carrillo.
Another nade as well down to the low ground. They're trying to hurt this one. Over the back, there's another knock.
That's
Linux
huge.
is able to do so much from this rooftop.
DRX.
Mafioso down, Carrillo going low as well. More nades coming in, and DRX in for the third party. 3 players up for Alpha 7 to try and hold. There's Talon, Flow over the top, and the 2 of them are down. Misery's there. Revo traded off Carrillo and McGrellan, trying to stand tall, but Alpha 7 swept aside. Talon have managed to make it work. The high ground from Linux is so impactful. But now, is it going to be DRX upsetting?
Oh, DRX just a little too late. They were on the move to third party it, but Talon wiped that one real quick. DRX, you have to push. You have no choice. You know they're hurt. Don't let them get these resets. Actually, they can't get up this hill.
There's no way up.
Put on your climbing shoes. Linux is on his way. Oh, they get the knock. But that is gonna be it. It's gonna be a Talon chicken dinner. That heaven position just proving too powerful for the rest of the lobby.
Talon, I mean, they won it.
They did.
They really win it.
Oh, they really want it.
I mean, but they really, I feel, okay, they won the fight with Alpha 7.
And that duo of Vampire, still downhill. Liquid have had them locked, giving them no rotation points for a while. They've got a few nades still to work with. 3 Molotovs, 1 nade here. First going to be cast out over towards them. They have to barely move from what remains of the cover. Burned out vehicles, the odd tree. Baron's gone on a bit of a crawl as well. Tried to get himself into a better spot in terms of the positioning.
QXZ here actually has the Wizard Tower, so it's really not a bad position for them. And I think this kind of comes down to the next circle, Jackie. Nice shot from Stoned. We'll finish off 4 and V. That at least gives them a 3rd place there. So for Vampire Esports, they're pretty pleased with that one. Schweppes potentially spotting out Hyunbin, but no. Good angle from him. But they'll know of this spot. Yeah, exactly. I was wondering. It's a case of where you take those shots, you have to remove yourself. That's Cardozin going down. That's bad news. Chief needs to immediately respond, and he does.
Ooh, nice movement as well. Instant drop back down. He was exposed for a while there, but it works out in the engagements they've taken so far. Wide swing across, tracing the Vampire rotate in the vehicle. Hits onto Stoned and removes him from the equation. Fights breaking out all over the circle.
Right now, I think Team Liquid very concerned with eliminations, and also this back angle here from Vampire is really tough. I do believe that the Wizard Tower stays in contention. Ayala gets knocked out. They know they should push this one. They do find them immediately. That is dangerous, sticking the res there. In comes Schweppes, tries to finish him off. Might be getting 2nd place, but a good shot from Soaz will shut him down. Now it's just 1 player from Team Liquid, and they cannot flow through this one for the chicken dinner. It will be DRX to take themselves a lovely win from the high ground. Very well set up, very passive up until that point. But again, it wasn't a case where you get a lot. With a hell of a shot over towards Revo.
Oh, that is filth. The distance and the decisive blow that gives them time to play with. It's a 3-man squad, but they're playing with the might of a 10-man unit. Every single attack seems primed, and they know where Tianba are. They've got the vision honed in, looking for a peek on the left-hand side. First tag starts to strip his HP away. Show a little bit of skin, and you are out of the game.
So close, almost on target. You can see him through the grass here. Takes the shots, and they're on easy mode right now for DRX. But 7 bullets remain. DRX might just be out of juice here. Revo tries to step up, but immediately gets stepped back down again.
Force off the same position he took the aggressive peek from last time, the Mini 14, taking pot shots and dealing huge damage. That's going to buy you time. Alpha 7 could split and move up somewhat, get an angle from the sideline here.
This should just be an Alpha 7 win, honestly. But DRX are making this so much harder than it necessarily needs to be. The shots they've hit, Alpha 7's looking a little bit scared on this one. Even if they do win the game, and they should, by the way, I think that they'll be feeling like, goodness me, this is one hell of an international lobby here. They do go for the outward split here. Very nice rotates from Alpha 7 all game. Similarly to DxEWC, DRX has had some smooth moves. 13 bullets left in the chamber for Soaz. Unlikely to get more done, and they probably will take the third place just because Hygor has been able to get into that hay bale. They've got no smokes left.
Hardly anything to play with. Oh, that connection is really going to ruin them. You're just losing everything now. It's a matter of time, a formality before they expire. An Alpha 7 that have played a smart game, positionally been on top the whole time, look to take their head off, run away with the chicken dinner, and it is going to be the self-nay, Twisted Minds accept it, and Alpha 7 take a first.
Second one of the day for this team, and they are gunning for that top. The hillside, a bit of a disconnect coming through for the team as 4 Miracle Vibes live to fight another day. Duello might have the sideswipe though, Jackie.
The elevated peak, he could comet across. If he gets a clear line of sight, takes down the first target, the distance between the timing from Boom's rotate to get stuck in to do anything, having to cross around the ridge of the rock could give them an opportunity. Sara starting to move in as well. The pressure being applied, everything coming together now for an intense final fight between these three.
Stage 9. This is where it all ends. Can Reject get their name in the game? On this last match of the day, 12 elims, but a little bit more would be nicer. Apex underneath. Sara crawling around like a python in the sand, looking to strike, and Duello's been spotted.
They've sussed him out. They know about the angle now. The element of surprise was the big boon for him. But he might have lost his edge. His blade might be dulled. Sara waiting to strike. He's the one that's repositioned and got himself into a spot that could potentially toy with the minds of 4 Miracle Vibes. Duello, hello, that's the nade down. Big connection. That one was yummy.
Sara now has to handle 2 players for himself. The repeats coming through. Apex starting to move forward. He doesn't have assistance from his teammate. Apex flies through. Sara finds the first.
Sara strikes. Crouching round the corner, pounces in with the aggression, fragments for Miracle Vibes, and keeps it going. They want a big elimination game and want to run away with a chicken dinner to boot. We're in a 2 versus 2 in terms of the manpower left. It's awkward for Boom. They're panicking now. You got to make your way round the corner. Duello's got the high ground. He knows exactly where you are. They can't go for the pickup on Yummy. Duello wants to go down, deciding when the right moment to strike is. A barrage of bullets strikes onto the first. Reject run in, and they will take it home. Reject with the chicken dinner.
Slice the opposition in half. Move through the lobby like fruit ninjas.